back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to talk Bulldog soccer. With us, head coach Andy McCaslin. And coach, first of all, welcome to the show for the first time this year.
Appreciate you having me back.
Obviously, you got your season started this past weekend. Before we get to some of the game results, how nice was it to play the new Bulldog soccer field?
Yeah, it's been great. You know, the facility is awesome. It's a young field, but at the same time, we're acclimating well. The grounds crew has done a great job of getting it ready to go. We're just pumped to have our own place that we can call ours. The surface is unbelievable. We're excited.
Obviously, two big regional matchups this past weekend against Missouri St. Louis and Bellarmine, and two kind of different ball games between the two matches.
Yeah, you know, Friday was with Missouri St. Louis. We knew they were going to be good. We knew that they were going to be, you know, a team that would try to get the ball forward as quickly as they could and kind of clean things up. And they caught us sleeping a little bit on the first goal, but you know, we weren't able to get the result that we wanted on Friday, but we bounced back really well on Sunday and played a really good Bellarmine team, and were able to get on the right side of that one.
As we go to the results, we'll start first with the highlights from Friday's match, and took on Missouri St. Louis, and you had some opportunities, a big shot advantage in the contest.
We did, and that's, you know, it's great when you can put 15 shots on goal in a game, you know, and we had some really good looks. A bit disappointed though that we were only able to put the ball away one time. You know, at the end of the day though, you know, we're not going to be any worse for wear from one game. They caught us one shot, one goal, but our kids bounced back and we got the equalizer, which was good. You know, toward the end of the game, in overtime we pushed forward and got caught on a counter, and that was the result. So you know, things that we can take from it, some things that we looked at in video today, and can really look to improve as we get to next weekend.
Obviously, here first regular season contest and first really official games for a number of your younger kids.
Yeah, you know, we've had a large group of those younger players step through, and Pia here did a good job of getting on the end of this one for the equalizer. But you know, they've stepped in and done a really good job. They've figured out our system a little bit. They've figured out what we demand of them, and the results have shown for them. So we're excited with their progress. They're by no means finished products, and they're just adding well with the returning group that we've got.
Obviously, you get the equalizer in the second half in the 52nd minute, but this was one that went beyond the distance, went to double overtime, and an exciting game.
It was an exciting game. You know, we had plenty of chances to put it away in regulation. Unfortunately, we didn't, and that's sometimes the way it is in our game. It's hard to score goals, but at the same time, you know, a team maybe not on the first weekend puts a couple more of those away. And but overall, you know, the game was what it was, and it was a good start to the season for us in terms of seeing a little bit more of who we are as a group. And you know, now we'll look forward to adding to it come this weekend. But we had to bounce back on Sunday. Played a really good Bellarmine team, a team that took their first game to the wire, and very even matchup on Sunday.
As we go to Sunday's highlights, what was the point of talking to the players and trying to get them to bounce back after a tough defeat like that?
Yeah, tough losses, it requires you to really put that behind you as quickly as you can. You can be upset, you can be angry, but you've got to get over it. And we didn't start the game the way we wanted to. We gave up this one like 3 or 4 minutes into the game, and you had that feeling of, uh-oh, here we go again. But right away, you know, we were able to get that goal back, and Gracie scored a good one here, and Carly scores a typical Carly Dubert goal, kind of gritty, fired up, and gets to the ground and hops up and pulls it away. So, you know, it was good for us to then go ahead and pull that goal back and take the lead. And now we've got to figure these parts out, where we've got to tackle a little harder and defend a little better as a group, both individually and as a group. But you know, we gave up the equalizer, but in that second half, we came back and found the winner. So it was a really good day for us.
Obviously, this one a little more even in terms of the total shots, but as you mentioned, you get the big one that you needed here in the second half in the 69th minute.
Yeah, great touch there by Pia, great service by Maddie. Good build-up before that. The highlights missed it a little bit, but great build, good attacking of the space, and then, you know, we've got 20 minutes to see the game out, and the kids did a really good job of figuring out how to see the game out on Sunday. So that's a little bit of what you see or what you get from a more mature team, and you know, we're building a lot from last year with a lot of the same personnel. So it's a good step for us, and Bellarmine, they're going to do some really good things in the GLVC, and it's a good win for us for the region.
I was going to ask you how important a match like that was to beat a team like that that's been to the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, so last year they were in, perennially they're in, so it's one of those that you want to go and get. You know, we start our year with 5 GLVC teams, and the GLVC has been perennially one of the quote-unquote better leagues in our region, so we want to make sure that we're taking on the toughest teams we can, and it's really important to get those results when we're talking about postseason runs and all that.
This week you hit the road, but you play a couple more GLVC teams, as you mentioned, Indianapolis and Quincy coming off right at the bat this weekend. What do you know about these two programs?
Yeah, we know they're both well coached. They both are, you know, Indy's undefeated, Quincy's 1-1. They took a loss to a GLIAC team, so we're expecting a good fight for, you know, 180 minutes down at Indianapolis.
Obviously, you debuted your new field this past weekend, but a lot of road action coming up here over the next few weeks.
Yeah.
What does it take to get some good results here on the road?
So now it comes down to a little bit of grit, you know. So the way the scheduling was this fall, we weren't able to get as many home games in this kind of period that we wanted to, but we're okay with it. You know, when we get down to the end of the season, we're going to be playing games on the road, hopefully in the GLIAC and national tournament. So you're going to have to go on the road, and this is a good test for that.
Talk about the mix you have with your team. Obviously, some veteran experience. You mentioned Carly Dubert, but some young kids that certainly are growing up in the program very quickly as well.
For sure. You know, Carly's done a great job of being a leader as a senior, and Erica's done a great job as another captain for us. And you know, that group of seniors has been with us, and they know our program, they know what we're about, and they know our standards. So as we went through preseason, as we went away to Eagle Village, they really were helping get us on the right track and show the importance of these early weekend games and what it means to be a Fair State soccer player. So we're happy with those older players. We're going to be sad to see them go at the end of the year, but we really appreciated having them with us. But you know, that's the reality of our business, is that younger ones come in when older ones take off. So those younger ones are stepping in, and they know the standards that we have set, and that's kind of been passed down from the coaching staff and the older players. So you know, we're excited with how they're developing and adding themselves in.
Well, Coach, congratulations again on the win on Sunday, and best of luck as you travel down to Indianapolis this weekend.
Appreciate it, Rob. Thanks.
We'll be back with more Ferris Sports Update right after this.